Hey everybody, we're right in the middle of my best 30 ever. Personally right now, I'm on day 9, and I know some of you just started, so you're not quite that far along. But there's some challenges already that I'm sure you've experienced. It's been tough, but if you're like me, you've seen some great reward already. I want to talk to you today about one thing that's very important. And it reminds me of a story of these two lumberjacks that were having a competition, and there was all these people there, and they were trying to see how much wood they could cut in a certain amount of time. And so they both started going after it, and they were cutting with their axes and going after it. And then all of a sudden, one of them took a break, and he was sitting there and he's taking a break, and the other guy was like, "Man, he's crazy. I'm not taking a break. I'm strong. I can do this." So he just kept whacking that wood and beating it with the axe and piling up a bunch of wood. Then the other guy came back and started working again. Well, this went on for quite a while, and every once in a while the one would take a break and the other one wasn't really that tired, so just kept going and kept going. And so when the contest was over, the one that took the breaks won. He actually chopped more wood than the guy that did not take breaks, and he was confused. He said, "How in the world did you do that? How could you beat me when I kept working and you took breaks?" And the guy said, "Every time I took a break, I was sharpening my axe, and so when I came back to cut wood, I could cut a whole lot easier and faster because my axe was sharpened and I had rested." And that's a crucial part of my best 30 ever, is finding your sweet spot of rest. And the physical side of my best 30 ever, we have diet and we have exercise, but the third component that you might not really be focusing on is rest. It's so important. In fact, God rested after He created the world. And so if God rested, that means it's important. Let me read you a passage right now in Isaiah the 30th chapter and the 15th verse. The people of Israel had left God. They were trying to do everything on their own. "For thus says the Lord God, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest you shall be saved. In quietness and in trust shall be your strength. But you're unwilling, and you said, 'No, we will flee upon horses. Therefore you shall flee away. And we will ride upon swift steeds. Therefore your pursuers shall be swift. 1,000 shall flee at the threat of one, and at the threat of 5 you shall flee, till you are left like a flagstaff on top of a mountain, like a signal on a hill.'" And what God is saying through this prophet Isaiah is that if you would just slow down and find your rest in God, instead of trying to solve all your problems by working yourself to death and burning the candle at both ends, you would understand that God has the power to deliver you and give you strength if you would just focus on resting in Him, instead of trying to solve all your problems by yourself through your money, through your work schedule, through your harder work and ethics. You know, hard work is an awesome thing to have. It's a skill. It's something that you've got to have, but you've got to balance it with rest. And if you don't, your life is going to be really miserable. And I think some of us have got to that point where we were so burnt out and tired that God could not work in our life and move in our life because there's just no margin for Him to work with. And so I've experienced over the last 9 days a renewal of energy and strength because I have strategically gone to bed earlier. I mean, that's all it took. In fact, I'm getting up earlier, but I'm going to bed earlier, and it's just amazing. It's amazing how that time before midnight, the sleep that you get before midnight, is so much sweeter and better than the sleep after you get after midnight. Now, I'm talking about the majority of people. I know there's some freaks out there, your night owls and whatever. You know, you can stay up at night and sleep in the day. But for the majority of the world, we have to get up and deal with people that are at work and stuff. So it just makes sense that your sleep cycle, starts at like 10:30 at night, and then you sleep and you can get up earlier because the quality sleep that you had before midnight is there. So rest. But take a day off. I'm at my house today, and right on cue, here's my son running in here. This is my day of rest. This is the day that I don't work, although I'm doing this video. Here, Avery, come here. Say hello to everybody. Say hello. All right, we love you guys. Go rest. We'll see you tomorrow.